In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Jamboard efficiently with your class. We're going to explore two different cases. First one, you're planning a lesson and you want to prepare a jam to model a task in that lesson. And the second case, you are with your class teaching and all of a sudden you realise that you need a whiteboard to write on, to show them something. So let's have a look at how we're going to do this. Let's have a look at the first case. You're planning a lesson and you want to prepare a jam to model a task because you know that one of your tasks in that lesson will need modelling to the children. So I've taken here one of the slides from one of the lessons that was taught in Year 2. And I've also taken the worksheet. So you're going to have to make your slides, make your worksheets, okay? Once you've done that, what you're going to do is that you're going to go in the folder where your lesson and your worksheet is saved. You're going to click on New, More, and Google Jamboard. That's going to create your jam for this lesson. And it's going to save it into that folder where everything else is. You're going to click on Untitled Jam and give it a name. So you might want to call it the name of your lesson, for example. And click on OK. So that's your first thing you need to do. Then you're going to take a picture of your worksheet, okay? So if you are on a Windows PC or Windows laptop, you're going to choose the Windows key, Shift and S to bring up the snipping tool, and you'll be able to click and drag around your task in order to be able to get your picture. If you are on a Chromebook, you press Control, Shift and Show Windows, and that will do the same. You'll be able to click and drag around the task in order to get a picture of it. Once you've done that, you're going to come back to the lesson and paste it onto your Jamboard. Just like this. You can then move it around to make it a little bit bigger, make sure it's easy enough to see for the children, and that is going to be your Jamboard. Once you've done that, before you close the Jamboard, you're going to rename the version history. This is a brand new feature in Jamboard, and this is going to be really powerful for us. So what you're going to do is that you're going to click on these three little dots that says More Actions, and you're going to click on See Version History. That way on the side, you can see all of the version histories that have happened on this Jamboard. Of course, right now, there's very few of them because I've just created it. Now, what I'm going to do is that this current version, which is blue, I'm going to rename it as the master copy. So I'm going to click on here and type master, enter, and this version is now called the master copy. Now, once I've done that, I can click on this arrow to come back to my jam, and this is done. Now, what I can do is click on the URL, copy it, and put it somewhere on the lesson slide. For example, here, let's give it an insert link and paste it on there, apply. That way, the teacher that's teaching the lesson can just click on this, open the Jamboard, and the Jamboard is there ready to model the task. Now, when you're in class, you're going to be modeling this, so you're going to be writing on the Jamboard. So let's say object, we might want to write chair. So you're going to be modeling this on the board. I'm not going to write anymore because you get the gist of it. Now, once you've finished modeling and your class has finished with this lesson, what you will want to do is come back to the master copy so that the next class who's going to model that task doesn't have the answers already there. Now, you're going to do that using the version history. So you're going to click on the three dots. You're going to click on See Version History. And because the history version was named as master, you can see straight away which one was the one that did not have all of the answers on there. So what you'll do is that you're going to click on the word master and then click on that blue button that says Restore this version. Restore. That way, you have come back, once your lesson is finished, you have come back to the master copy, which will be used by the next class. That's why now on the lesson slides, we do not need to link three different jams. That's what some people were doing because we didn't have the version history. Now that we do, you only need one Jamboard, one link on the slides, and then when your modelling is finished, you just have to go to the version history and find the master copy again. If you want to keep your version of your class's jam, because you might want to use it in a different lesson, before coming back to the master copy, what you're going to do is that you're going to choose the three dots and choose make a copy. You're going to rename it with your class's name, for example. You're going to choose the folder where you want to keep it saved, and then you're going to click on OK. That way it will save your jam from your class. Once you've done that, you can do the version history to come back to the master copy before you leave. If by any chance you come to the lesson, you open the jam and you see that the lesson was already completed by a different class, no worries, because you can just do the same. See the version history, choose master and come back to it. Just a few clicks, you can do this straight away as soon as you see that it was already done, and then you can model it with your class. So that was the first case, when you have already planned a lesson and you know that you need a task to be modelled in your lesson. That was the first thing. Now let's have a look at the second case, when we are teaching and all of a sudden we realise that we need a whiteboard to write on. Let's say you had a slide that you're showing them and they're asking lots of questions and you actually want to write words on that slide. And you can't do that if it's on slides. Now what you could do is, just like we did before, Control Shift and show windows, or Windows key Shift and S on a laptop. Take a picture of your slide. And then what you're going to do to get a new Jamboard is click on a new tab and type in jam.new. Enter, and straight away you get a new Jamboard. You are then going to paste that picture. You can see it come on the board. And straight away you are able to write on the Jamboard on your slide. So that was quite easy, quite fast, and in a few clicks you get to be able to write on your slides. Now, two cases once you've done this modelling. One, you don't need your jam back. That was just a quick thing for your class. You don't need it again. You know that. What you're going to do is that you're going to choose the three dots and you're going to choose remove. That is because this Jamboard is going to be saved on your drive. So if you don't remove it, every time you do this, it's going to add a new jam in your drive. And that can get quite a lot of Jamboard straight away. So if you don't want to keep it, remove it. You know it's not saved anymore and it's fine. If you do want to keep it, you're going to click on here to change its name. Let's say parts of a plant. Okay. Once you've renamed it, what you can do if you don't want to keep it in your drive is that you can go to your drive and then move it from there to wherever you want to keep it. So you might want to keep it in the lesson folder if it's easier for you to find it again. So that's what you can do, really quick, really easy. If you want to write something on your slide unexpectedly, that's what you can do. Now, one little tip before I finish, to have your jam on full screen, because sometimes we do see that they're a little bit small and it would be better to have them full screen. What you can do to get them full screen is to click on F11 if you are on your PC, and if you're on your Chromebook, you can click on that little key right at the top. That will put it in full screen. To come back to a smaller screen, you're going to press on Escape if you're on a Chromebook, or you're going to press F11 again if you're on a Windows PC. That's it for me. Here's how you use Jamboard. Have fun!